Hey guys, Ben from BensGameTime. Welcome back to more Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. Last time we dueled as Kaiba against the Shizu, and it was a tough duel, a little bit, kind of random. Wasn't sure how it was going to go, but in the end we won with Blue Eyes. And now this time we're going to be dueling as Yugi versus Kaiba in the semifinals. Like, that was just the round one of the semifinals. Now we're in the actual semifinals. We got the final four going. So yeah, Yugi versus Kaiba in Clash of the Colosseum. Now, before we go on with the story, I just want to say that they actually skip an entire season at this point. There was a season between this part of Battle City and the actual Battle City finals where they go into this virtual world, and the Big Five Corporation's back, even though they never really bring up the Big Five in the in this game. Anyway, so yeah, basically everybody duels in that one. Yugi, Taya, Joey, Tristan, everybody. Even like Serenity and Duke Devlin, everybody duels, and the whole big thing is, if one of the main guys were to lose the duel, then the Big Five member would take over the body and go back into the real world. And there was also this one kid, Noah, who was the son, the actual bloodline son to Kaiba's father, because Kaiba and Mokuba were adopted, and so their father's actual son had died and was living in the virtual world now, and so he was kind of the big villain of the season until Kaiba's father shows up at one point. So yeah, Merrick was on it. Merrick did not get involved, nor did Ishiza. It was just the main cast, so Yugi and his friends and Kaiba. So yeah, big season about that happened between the first round of the semifinals and the end of the semifinals, so they skipped over all of that. So and then besides that, let's see what else they skip over after reading all this. So, more and more fell to power Merrick. Merrick dueled Bakura for the Millennium Ring and won. Yeah, that happened after the semifinals. Everyone was just kind of relaxing in the rooms. And Bakura, who had kind of sort of befriended the good side of Merrick, they went and dueled the bad side of Merrick and lost. So, it was now time for the semifinals. The first match was Joey versus Merrick. Merrick's power was so great that the Ring Dragon of Ra sent Joey to the hospital. It seemed nothing could stop Merrick's reign of terror. Okay, so before the semifinals started, they had a four-way duel to determine the matches. So it was first two to lose for all their life points would be the first match, and then the two remaining would be the second match. For obvious reasons, you can't really do a four-way duel in this system, so it's understandable why they skipped that. As for the Joey Merrick duel, the whole reason why Joey and Merrick dueled was because they were kind of thinking, okay, if the best chance of being Merrick was if Yugi or even Kaiba, but mostly Yugi had two Egyptian gods instead of one, so it would be 2-to-1 Egyptian gods, put it in the other person's favor against Merrick. So there was that. And then with this duel, the stipulation was whenever your monster was destroyed, you'd lose I don't know, you'd just be hurt. It was just basically a bodily injury type thing where it's your life was connected to your monsters. And actually, Joey was still standing, and at the end he had summoned Gilfried the Iron Knight, and a direct attack would have won the duel for him, but he was just in so much pain that he just ends up passing out, and yeah, so Merrick barely won just because Joey couldn't do anything anymore. His body just stopped. So, but technically, if the duel did continue, Joey would have won. So. So let's continue. The second semifinal would, once this friend goes away, the second semifinal would determine who would face off against Merrick. It was Yugi versus Kaiba fighting for the first time since their battle in Duelist Kingdom. Yugi, we mustn't let Joey's struggle interfere with our concentration. Remember, in order to overcome Merrick, we must get past Kaiba. Well, Yugi, so you decided to show up after all. Of course, to miss this duel is to deny my destiny. Spare me the drama. So why didn't the nerd herd show up to cheer you on? Are they too busy trying to wake Wheeler up from his nap? Joey is in a great deal of danger now, more than you could ever know. Wheeler shouldn't have even been here in the first place. I warned him not to play with the big boys, and if you ask me, he just got what he deserved, a slap in the face by Raw. And if getting attacked by an Egyptian god card didn't knock any sense into that kid, then nothing will. That's enough, Kaiba. You have no idea how dangerous this Duel Monsters tournament of yours has become. The outcome of the Battle City Finals could put the whole world at risk. The only one at risk is... I should really turn off notifications before doing these, I don't know why I don't. The only one at risk is you, for once I win, you won't be number one. Kaiba, it's not always about being number one. It's about dueling with bravery, honor, and respect. And most importantly, putting the needs of others ahead of your own. And that's something Joey Wheeler did every day of his life. Yugi, in ancient times, Roman gladiators would battle to their doom in order to prove who was the strongest. Now it's our turn to see which one of us deserves to call himself the greatest in the world. So draw your first card and let the battle begin. With pleasure, Kaiba. Alright, so, two small things they kind of, like, overlook was that, like, the blimp was going to the real site of it, which was this big tower on an island. Let's do paper. Awesome. So yeah, they're just on this big tower on this one island somewhere. And so that, like, the elevator right up was the four-way duel to determine, and then on the top of the tower they stood for the actual duel itself. And then after that, another small detail they didn't really mention was that basically after that whole, like, gladiator line, like, holograms made it so that way there's like a Roman Colosseum around them for Yugi and Kaiba in this duel, just as like a fancy effect type of thing. Alright, so what do we got? We got Change of Heart, that's a pretty good card. Keep that. Swords, keep that. Okay, Double Spell. Discard one spell, then target one spell in your opponent's graveyard as this card's effective resolution to follow the target card text as if you used it yourself. Okay, that's pretty good. We'll play that face down, why not? Okay, so we got King's Knight. When this card is normal summoned while you control Queen's Knight, you can summon Jack's Knight, and then you got Alpha the Magnet Warrior. So we'll summon King's Knight in attack mode. Why not? It's a pretty good card, and like when you have all three of them, that's a pretty good combination. Alright, Z Metal Tank. That's gone. What do we have in the fusion deck? I think it's going to be Black Skull Dragon. Yeah, you got, okay, Black Skull Dragon and Dark Paladin, which is Dark Magician and Buster Blader. That's a really good card. Hopefully we can summon that one. But yeah, and then as for Kaiba, he has these three cards: X Right, X Headcanon, Y Dragon Head, and Z Metal Tank. And basically with those cards, alright, that's another good card that we can use later. So we'll play, we'll keep that in our hand. Let's see, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Okay, this is weaker than this. So let's summon a second King's Knight, excuse me. Not Queen's. Okay, well, what's this card effect? Why didn't you play it? Once per turn, you can either target one X Head or X Head Cannon, Y Dragon Head you control, equip this card or unequip the card in special summon in face-up attack position. While equipped with this card, this monster gains 600 attack and defense. Words. If the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle, destroy this card. Okay, well, that's weird, because that's like, what, 1500 versus 1600. You're going to still lose life points, Kaiba. I don't see why you played that in attack mode. That wasn't very smart. But yeah, so he has X Head Cannon, Y Dragon Head, Z Metal Tank, and those fuse together to become a really powerful monster. I don't think he even needs polymerization for it. I could be wrong. In the show, it's just automatic. Maybe they changed it for the actual card game. We'll see. So, oh, you got Soul Exchange. Ooh, what are you summoning? Okay, you're summoning an X Head Cannon, and that's it. Okay. Interesting. Ooh, what's this? 1800, perfect. Okay, I'm going to summon Queen's Knight in attack mode. And then I'm going to... Oh, what's this do? When... Clone Token. Alright. When your opponent normal or flip summons a monster that has a level, just a level, that just sounds weird to me. Why not just say your opponent normal summons a monster? Well, I guess the clone token doesn't. Well, no, it has a level. Anyway, special summon one clone token with the same original type, attribute, level, attack, and defense as the target. When that target is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, destroy the token. Ah, crap, I messed this up. Oh boy, I messed this up big time. So you gotta have Queen's Knight on the field first, then you summon King's Knight. That's the mistake. I thought I could get Jack's Knight out. Okay, well, I can... Do I want a change of heart now? Because I know what he's doing. You know, he had Soul Exchange on this, and he has 2 monsters on the field. He's going to sacrifice them to get Obelisk. What spell card did he use that would... I could... Soul Exchange. I can't battle him right now. Let's think this through. Alright, so let's say hypothetically I use Change of Heart on this. I use X-Head Cannon to destroy that, so that's 15, 16, and 16. So that's 4,500 points of damage to his life points. And this is until the end phase, so this goes back. If he has Obelisk, he wouldn't be able to summon it this turn. He'll be able to do some damage. Unless I do Swords of Revealing Light, in which case I'll be fine. On the other hand, though, if he is working for Obelisk, right? I don't know if Obelisk is affected by Swords of Revealing Light, actually. I don't think he is. We'll see. So, yeah, let's think about that. So, assuming Obelisk, right? Sacrifices these 3 monsters and destroys something. Let's also assume swords won't do anything, so I have 1 monster left. Well, in that case, Change of Heart wouldn't really affect it either, I don't think. Yeah, let's just do it. You know, we gotta take a risk. So we'll Change of Heart, X-Head Cannon, and then we'll do Battle Phase. So that's at 1600 defense. So X-Head Cannon, destroy it. And then all-out assault from Queen's Knight and King's Knights. Man, I should have saved that other King's Knight in my hand. That would have made a lot more sense. So, he's 1 attack from losing, but the problem is I need to somehow find a way to destroy X-Head Cannon next turn. Or maybe it will be a Blue Eyes, maybe it will be an Obelisk. We'll see what happens. He's sacrificing just X-Head Cannon to get Kaiser Glider, interesting. And okay, Queen's Knight is gone. For some reason, so I couldn't activate swords, but whatever. We got another Queen's Knight. What spell cards did he use again? He just used the Soul Exchange, right? Yeah, and I don't have any monsters I can do with that. So yeah, we're gonna have to activate swords right now. Because I'm close to winning, so it's like... If I can somehow manage to summon something, or whatever, we'll see. I think I can manage something if I get the right cards. Face down card, okay, interesting. Silent Doom, you just flipped it back up, interesting. And you're sacrificing those 2 to get a Blue Eyes. Ooh, yeah, that's not good. Alright, so I need something to beat Blue Eyes. What can I use to beat Blue Eyes? Ooh. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, let's think about this. Okay, we got Slife of the Sky Dragon, right? So, I summon him to the field. This has only been out for 1 turn. I have 2 cards in my hand. Well, yeah, let's do this. Okay. So we'll sacrifice Bam, Bam, Bam. And we got Slife of the Sky Dragon. He is only at 2,000 attack right now. However, during the next turn I'll draw a card and he'll be at 3,000. Swords of Revealing Light is still in play. My next turn he's at 4,000. I can attack and I'll have the most powerful monster on the field. So yeah, we're fine. Right? End phase. 2, I draw a card. Pot of Greed would be super helpful. Alright, so I do nothing and end turn. Now it's at 3,000, right? He draws a card, and he's going to do his turn by playing a card face down. Ooh, scary. Alright, smart. You're playing that in defense mode, Kai, but you understand the seriousness of the situation. And I get a Karibo in my hand. Okay, so how do I want to go about this? I can attack and destroy Blue Eyes. However, Blue Eyes is no, wait. Even if I use any card in my hand, yeah. So let's just destroy Blue Eyes. See what happens. Fingers crossed? We're good? Alright. And then next turn I'll summon. Because I want to make sure Slifer is the most powerful thing. Okay, what does this do? Final attack orders. All face-up monsters on the field are changed to attack position and the battle positions can't be changed. I get another Slifer. So that's helpful. Alright, so I can win this turn. I just need to figure out how. Okay, discard one spell card, then target one spell card in your opponent's graveyard as this card's effect resolution fall. Okay, and then what card would I want? I would want Silent Doom. Target one normal monster in your graveyard. I have a Queen's Knight in the graveyard. And special summon it in face-up defense. That card specifically cannot attack. Okay, and I'm not going to use this one, so let's activate Double Spell. We'll get rid of that, and we'll take Silent Doom. And I have to use Silent Doom, and I'm going to get Queen's Knight back, and it will go in defense mode. But maybe Final Attack Order is going to put it in attack mode. There we go, that's perfect. I'm going to summon a King's Knight onto the field, right? And I'm going to activate the effect of King's Knight to get a Jack's Knight into attack position on the field. Alright. Slifer has 3,000 attack. Alright, so let's go with King's Knight, destroy whatever that is. Ooh, interesting. So that's why he did that, okay. So Slifer, destroy Blade Knight. Perfect. And then Jack's Knight, attack directly, and we have won the duel. That was not that bad. I was expecting something much worse with, like, that whole, like, I don't know, like, it just seemed like it was going to be much worse, but no, it was pretty simple. So there we go, we won. You lose, Kaiba. I told you your hatred and your lust for power would never prevail. I did it, but my toughest battle is still ahead when I face Merrick in the final duel. So there we go, that was not as bad as I expected it to be. I actually expected it to be a little worse, because I thought, I would think he would summon some Blue Eyes, I'd think he summoned some Obelisk, you know, but he only got one Blue Eyes out, and we took care of it pretty simply, actually. So yeah, there we go. So next time, we are going to do the final face-off, where we duel as Yugi against Merrick. So I'll see you guys then.